Hi, I'm Beverly Banor Brown. I'm an intuitive life and relationship coach and also a love mentor. And I am a professional intuitive. I do intuitive readings. Some people call them psychic readings. And today on Narcissistic Relationships, our topic is a very powerful one as usual, relating to what do you do if you've been in a situation where you've either found sufficient courage to walk away from a toxic, a dysfunctional relationship with someone who you have reason to believe is a crazy maker, an energy vampire, a drama queen, a drama king, somebody possessing many of the traits of a narcissist, or you've been discarded, rejected, pushed aside, ghosted perhaps by someone who has these various very challenging personality difficulties. I'm asked this question quite frequently, both in the emails from YouTube viewers and over my many years as a life coach. How do I find it in myself to love myself more than I hate my ex? When you ask a question like that, it already indicates to me that you are in a healing process, because you're asking a question which right away opens up the whole gamut of power of the universe. It indicates a willingness, and that's all you need sometimes, just the slightest smidgen of willingness to change, of willingness to see with a new view, a new perspective, what only 2 minutes before seemed absolutely hopeless. The universe helps you find a way where it may appear there is no way. Because the truth is, there is always help and there is always hope. And what we need to do is remember that sometimes we've forgotten that in the past, only to find that life improved as we became more and more open to looking at things in a whole new way. And that is, of course, the answer to the question, how do I learn to love myself again more than I hate my ex? We have to allow ourselves to feel all the feelings. Hate is a very powerful word. Hate is the polarity of love. And in order to stop poisoning yourself and going around in an endless loop tape, compulsive kind of reiteration and reanalysis of everything that happened, everything that was said, everything that wasn't said, exploring constantly over and over, rehashing, redigging, rejiggering, till you're exhausted, till you're drained, till you're like a limp piece of overcooked spaghetti just laying there on the kitchen counter. You've got to start understanding that, as I've said before in other videos, specifically the one about releasing revenge, transcending revenge fantasies ASAP, as soon as possible, when we hate somebody else, when we choose not to forgive somebody else, it's like taking poison but expecting the other person to die. That's how ferocious holding on to hatred is. It poisons every area of our lives, and it renders us unable to move forward because it binds us to precisely the person, the thing, the situation, the regret that we most want to be liberated from. So, how do you do this? First of all, golden nugget number 1 for today. You have to be ready to release and forgive somebody. It doesn't always just happen in an instant or even in a matter of 5 days or 5 months or even 5 years in some cases. Golden nugget number 2, we must remember to separate the person and their soul essence, which is untouched and which is, I believe, inherently benevolent and is a reflection of the divine, from the behavior, from the emotional wounding that occurred most likely long before we ever met them, we must remember, next golden nugget, that healing is a process, and that it is a process that we must choose actively. There is help available. We must ask for the help. We must reach out to our angels, both the embodied angels, like life coaches, like close friends, like supportive family, like responsible, inspiring clergy, like other teachers of one sort or another. We must remember also, next golden nugget, everyone, including the person who has hurt you so badly, you feel, is your spiritual teacher. In that sense, this person has taught you to expand your capacity to love, and has also perhaps shown you a capacity you may not want particularly to own, which involves the polarity of love, which is either indifference at times or hatred. Please let's remember that hatred, like every other emotion, next golden nugget, is exactly that. It's an emotion. And emotions, like the shifting sands on the desert in the wind, change, move, adjust, become new, become different. And it's all in divine order. Even if it feels in this moment raw, painful, like a gaping wound, bleeding, and the suffering feels very deep and very real, and like it may last forever, and it won't. Next golden nugget, please trust the process of your life to bring you your better opportunities, people, situations. As you heal, your point of attraction becomes stronger, better, a higher frequency, a higher vibration. And what would have occurred even maybe a month or two before is now improved on significantly, because you have made a conscious decision to improve yourself. When that happens, you're unstoppable, because then you gain access once again to the full power, the full intelligence, the full benevolence and joy that is your natural right in this lifetime, ongoingly. So I hope that helps to answer the question. And the next and last golden nugget, which may be just as important as all of the other ones combined, please don't try to do this work alone. Very often, the fact that you had attracted a significant relationship with someone, and it may not be your first, who has evidenced these qualities where they take no responsibility for a relationship and blame everything on you, where their behavior has been erratic, unpredictable, approach avoidance, demoralizingly unkind, abusive, physically, perhaps emotionally, mentally, and physically, where they may or may not have hit you up for money, where they may or may not have slandered you to your friends and family and coworkers. Look at yourself, go within, and get guidance about who you need to work with professionally, who specializes in this kind of work, who's experienced and deeply caring, because it is truly a specialty unto itself. Reaching out, letting people know that you want their love and their support is an act of strength. Nobody's going to pity you. Nobody's going to put you down except yourself. And when you do that, you stay in that terrible web of self-deprecation and disappointment, which really harms you in every possible way. And also, I would ask you to remember that seeming mistakes do not have to be mistakes at all. What they really are disappointments, which are, DIS means not, appointments anymore. They're no longer divine appointments, and that's why they had to change, shift, and change form to create the vacuum out of which you strengthen yourself, get more clarity about who you really are and what you're all about, what you really yearn for in your life, and learn to give yourself more and more all of the wonderful, divine, beautiful, nurturing qualities that you were looking for in the other person. Give it to yourself. And then having a relationship with another person is just a beautiful big bonus. A lovely cherry on a carrot cake decorated to the nines. Already delicious and nutritious. All right then, I'm Beverly Banor Brown. If this has been of any help to you, please let me know by leaving me a like below the screen. If you haven't joined my channel already, subscribe to it. I encourage you strongly to do so. I'm in the midst of making a lot of new videos on all kinds of subjects, not only narcissistic relationships and codependency revealed, also radical gratitude to help you get over the pain, the sorrow, the disappointment, the regret, and the anger that you may be experiencing right now. Also, Inner Peace Now about Vanishing Twins Syndrome, Parenting with Heart, Mindful Parenting, Authentic Dating for when you're ready to get back on the horse, so to speak, and really attract the right person. Joyful Marriage, and a few others that I'm probably leaving out right now, with new ones to be introduced very soon. I love making these videos for you, and I pray that you will be able to take to heart some of what has been shared and will be blessed by it in your very beautiful and precious life. I know you can do this. You've done hard things before. Until next time, you're in my prayers, and bye for now.